Hello there. In this video, we are going to take a look at running a queuing simulation using the QPython package, where we want the simulation to go for a specific amount of time. So let's go how to simulate for a certain amount of time.py. Okay, so the first thing we need to do when working with Q is we need to import Q itself. We also need to define a queuing network model. So let's call this, for the sake of example, let's do an MM1Q. Let's go Q create network, and we need to supply some arrival distribution. For this, let's go q.dists dot exponential distribution, and we'll set it at a rate of, doesn't really matter for this example, but let's say 3. And let's do the service distribution for something like a rate of 4, let's say. And then we also need to specify the number of servers. Let's say we have 10 servers. So this will be presumably a stable system. Now we need to define a simulation object. Let's call that simulation, and we'll pass in our network class. Then, to get to the point of this tutorial, we want to simulate for a specific amount of time. And to do that, we can do sim.simulate until maximum time, and it takes a max simulation time parameter. And we can set this to a floating point number that is non-negative. So if I remember right, we can't set it, for example, to -10. That should give us an error. It did not give us an error. Oh, okay, I can explain that. So what it will do as a check is it's not actually going to run a simulation at all. It's going to basically say we're already past that time. So if I look at, say, looking at the records, should be empty. For a moment I thought this was a bug, but it's actually just that nothing's happening. Great. So as a point of contrast then, let's set this to +10. And we can see we get a whole bunch of records as a whole bunch of events have happened where we have flow of whatever our thing that flows in this network is. So now I believe there's also a progress bar, and you could set that to either true or false. It's false by default. And probably doesn't actually show up through my editor. Oh, you know what? We're printing all of that stuff. We're probably not getting the chance to see it. That's probably the issue. There we go. In fact, it's so quick that maybe we want to set it to a really large number so we can actually watch something happen for a second or two. There we go. So it will, as a progress update of how far you've gotten to that maximum time, it will run that progress bar to tell you where you're at. That can be quite useful for people like me that really want to get some kind of status update. If something is going to take many hours, I kind of want to know where it's at so I can take a quick glance and go, do I have enough time to work on something else? So with that, that was an example of simulating to a maximum time using that particular method, as well as showing you how to set the progress bar within that particular method. Hopefully that was useful, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.